So we are at Asian Institute of Film and Television, Noida, Film City, and we are very grateful to Mr. Sandeep Marwah, the founder of this institute, for giving us an opportunity to come and have his view on the career opportunities available in media. Thanks a lot, sir.
Hi, how are you?
So I'm good. Sir, now I would like to ask some of the questions from you related to career opportunities in media, so that our listeners and viewers can have an idea how to develop a good career in the field of media. So the first question is, media is becoming a garden of opportunities related to jobs. There are a lot of job opportunities in the field of media. So what is your view on that?
See, I think you must know that media and entertainment industry is the sixth biggest industry in India today. By the end of 2017, we will be touching something like 1,80,000 crore turnover in India itself. When it comes to films, everybody knows that we are the largest film producing country in the world. See, when we make around 1,200 films in a year in 28 official languages. There are 12,000 theatres in this country, and approximately 1.5 crore people watch cinema every day. And it's probably news for many people to know that we sell 5 billion tickets every year in India. 500 crore टिकटें हिंदुस्तान में बेची जाती हैं. Now this is the size of feature films when I'm talking about. When I come to television, we have something like 950 channels in India. We have around 40,000 newspapers which are registered with the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. 4,000 national dailies. We have 4,000 magazines in this country. 325 radio stations, including the community radio station. And needless to say that there are around 100 crore mobile phones available today in this country. Now, why I'm telling you all this? Because people must assess from all this the size of the media and entertainment industry today in this country. The scope is fantastic. The total overall growth in the country probably maybe 7% or 6.7%. But the growth rate in media is 12% per annum even right now. So from all these figures, I think I have come to the conclusion that media and entertainment industry is still the best. It has an ample scope for getting into it. The career opportunities in this industry is marvelous, fantastic and abundant. So all those people who are trying to get into media, people trying to get into this industry, they have a wonderful scope for all time to come.
Thanks a lot, sir. This is indeed a very informative answer. Many of the facts I think I am not aware of, and even the listeners and the viewers might also not know about them. So my next question that I would like to ask you is, what are the various courses that you advise the people, the aspirants who want to enroll in the field of media, that they must have hold on them and they should go for those courses? I would like to know.
Now see, when we talk about media and entertainment industry, we have to divide the whole thing into few segments. The segments are print, radio, television, cinema, new media, events and education. So in total, these are the segments in which anybody and everybody can actually approach and learn things to enter into these segments. Now, when I say print, it's a big surprise for the whole of the world. When people are shifting from print to new media to internet, this is the only country where 1,500 new newspapers have been registered last year. What a lovely surprise. Yes, the fact is because the literacy in India has gone up. Slowly and gradually the whole country is getting towards education. People are now literate, more and better than the last years. So the first thing which people would like to get into is reading newspaper, and that has given a birth to new newspapers in this country. Radio station, I'm very happy the Government of India has taken a new policy and they want to establish another 300 radio stations, especially the community radio stations in the country, which I'm sure which is going to give a huge employment opportunity to young aspirants like you. When you are learning radio, when you are learning mass communication, you know the tricks of the trade, you know how to speak, you know how to write, and you know how to frame a program. So there is an ample opportunity to get into the radio station today. Television, I mean, imagine 950 channels, and there are 67 new applications which are lying pending in Ministry of Information and Broadcasting today. And government is reluctant, conscious. They are thinking again and again whether they should give more licenses to television stations or not. But then everybody knows that once you are in business, it is survival of the fittest. It's a huge competition, and you have to fight for your survival. So people who are going to give a nice programs, people who are going to give up-to-date information, people who are going to give an entertainment program to masses, those channels will stay back into the market, and all those who are just trying to befool with the audience, they will slowly, gradually close down. So probably if not this year, because this year is now almost at the end of it, next year probably government is going to issue some more licenses for the new television station. So huge scope for all those people who are trying to learn films, television, media, or all these courses in mass communication. And then the print, radio, television, and then cinema. As I said, the cinema itself is growing quite a lot. The cinema itself, that segment is now almost for 10,000 crore of rupees. There was a time when we used to make film for 2 crores or 3 crores. Today, one film cost you 20, 30, 40, 50 crores. Now Salman Khan films and Shah Rukh Khan films, they cost you something like 100 crore rupees. So all that 100 crore rupees, keeping 20 crores for star, all that 80 crore rupees comes back to the industry. That means you need hundreds of people, right from assistant cameraman, assistant director, assistant sound recordist, all the segments and disciplines what you have in cinema. What you need is a newcomers. You want young, dynamic, enthusiastic youngsters who have learned well about cinema, about films, and they would love to get into this industry, and there's a huge scope for it. So in total, when I am assessing all this, I'm finding that Indian films are now very well received all over the world. The word Bollywood is now getting as popular as Hollywood. I think I have, since I'm a president of International Chamber of Media and Entertainment Industry, the only dedicated chamber in the world for media and entertainment industry, I'm interacting with so many foreigners, so many ambassadors, high commissioners of the embassies, and I've learned that people are crazy about Indian cinema. I myself been traveling to large number of countries in Europe, Africa, and Asia, and I'm finding that people are they love Indian film industry. They love Indian cinema, and that means the scope of Indian cinema has crossed all the boundaries of India and all the boundaries of language, and it has become one of the most popular cinema of the world. That means giving ample opportunity to youngsters like you again. Then the next very important thing is new media. That means the graphics, animation, and games. Unbelievable. Whatever you are watching on television as games, or this is not one industry which is stick to only media industry. This is one industry which is actually now popular with each and every office of each and every department. It is popular. Everybody needs graphics. Everybody needs animation. It's not only the part of opening and closing of a film, but animation today is a part of each and every presentation in any industry. So the scope of animation, graphics and animation, it's abundant. It's fantastic. No doubt there was a big setback last year, but I'm finding it that it's been again revived and revised, and a huge scope in animation now, in graphics. Then the next very important segment today is events. Not only that, media and entertainment industry need events today. Anyone on earth who's doing well needs an event, because event has become one of the finest way to showcase your own products own capabilities, capacities of the companies and industries. So anywhere and everywhere you go, you find events, and don't forget that events is also part of media and entertainment industry. And if you have learned well, if you know the subject, ample scope in this.
Thanks a lot, sir. It feels great after hearing your answer that Bollywood is one thing that is growing all across the world. People from different countries like the Bollywood films now. And you also added our information, significant information I must say, that there were various sectors in the media. There are various sectors in media. And so now coming back to my question again, that what are the courses in these different sectors, especially in connection to filmmaking, that one should do or one should go for in order to develop a good career or in order to inculcate the training that he needs?
Yeah, see, there are few courses which have been designed for this industry. Like, for example, BA in cinema, MA in cinema, BA and MA in mass communication, BMA in multimedia, BMA in animation graphics and things like that. Then, of course, there are related courses like BA and MA in fashion or textile designing, because they also go very well with the cinema.
It happens that parents not always support a child when it comes to working in a field like media, because passion is something the child is motivated to work in the field of media, but the parents have expectations that he or she should be working as an engineer or as a doctor. So what is your say on this thing?
See, you're somewhere, you're right, maybe, because don't forget that whether it's engineering or a doctorate or a law, these are very traditional courses. They are almost 100-year-old subjects. Media is not 100-year-old subject when it comes to learning. So I think probably the mindset of the people is still very conservative, restricted, and they still try to hold their children from entering into media and entertainment industry. But then I must say that we have changed the table. The table has already been turned. 25 years back, I got into education, and it's been 25 years. I'm happy that I could create an inklab into the media education. And after us, probably more than 100 people have tried to get into media education. I don't know how many could survive, because only those people are going to survive who are going to maintain the quality of the education. But the fact is that don't forget that now there are 6 million people who are working in this industry, and it's not a joke. And everybody cannot sustain in this industry, because people, they do get old, people, they get bored, people change their industry, people change their businesses, they change their jobs, and all that leave ample scope for the newcomers to enter into the same industry. And this happens with every industry, mind you, with every industry. So I'm very happy that even today, if I'm not wrong, we need something like 4,000 to 5,000 trained professionals every year. There's hardly a good institute in this country, and the total productivity out of all the school, colleges and universities is not more than 4,000 to 5,000 in any case. And by the time you complete your graduation or post-graduation, there are times when students themselves change their mind and try to get into some other industry for reasons better known to them. Not because the industry is bad or industry is poor. This is one of the richest industry. You can make tons of money in this industry. So, but then I feel there is an ample scope. It's a beautiful industry. It is most glamorous, fascinating, attractive, and moneyed industry. You can make big money in this industry. Rather, I can say this, that this is the only industry which gives you ample name and fame too.
Sir, the competition is rising day by day, and students also face competition in various fields. So I would like to know what is the piece of advice that you want to give to the youth who want to make a career in the field of media, in terms of how they can cope up with competition, what are the strategies that they should follow, and how they should train themselves?
See, I've just said there's a competition everywhere. Remember that. It's not only in media, everywhere. And second very important thing which everyone has to keep in mind is the survival of the fittest. And how you can be called fittest? One, punctuality. Second, regularity. Third, sincerity. Fourth, dedication. So these are four pillars of success. If somebody can adapt and create a policy for himself that I have to be punctual, I have to be regular, sincere and dedicated towards my job, I have to be professional towards my job, I have to be sincere towards my job, yes, you will grow in this industry, you will make big money in this industry and you will flourish.
Indeed, the four pillars are very important and everyone should pay attention to them. Another question that I would like to ask you is when it comes to making a career or taking training, education in that field is important or experience working in that field is important, or both?
See, the best part is that there is no alternate to experience, mind you. It's a very old saying. But then to get into industry today, because it's an age of competition, nobody will entertain you unless and until you are educated and trained. So all those people who are trying to get into this industry, they must get into a proper education and training. They must do some kind of a course, whether it can be a short term, it can be a long term, it can be a graduation, or it can be post graduation, but they must learn, because don't forget that it's a very expensive industry. When you're making a film, when you're making a television serial, you're spending tons of money on each and every day's shooting. When you are on the floor, there's lakhs of rupees are being spent in few hours. And everyone expects you to be trained and experienced, fortunately or unfortunately. But then, if you're trained, if you're educated, if you know subject, you at least go to perform better than those uneducated guys who are still standing outside the shooting floor and watching at you. So it's very important in this industry. I think I will not allow anyone to enter into without education. Give me one answer. Will you ever allow a person to enter into an operation theatre to do your mother's operation even if he is not MBBS?
Of course
the answer
not.
is no. Yes. So one has to think and one has to wear the other shoes and realize that what other people must be thinking. So it's very important that if you're educated, trained, you have some kind of experience, you have some kind of a knowledge, and then you have a whole life to grow. Who's stopping you to grow? Who's stopping you to enter into this industry and gain more experience? So I am absolutely with an idea, and that is the reason that I opened a film and television academy here. सभी दिशाओं से शुभ सुंदर भाव विचार भरे नित अंतर पुण्य धरा बन जाए स्वर्ग ये मेरे यत्नों से करना कर. Let's pray. Hey Lord, give me a lot of capacity and capability, and through my efforts I would love to convert this earth into heaven.
Thanks a lot, sir, for sparing some time for us. And I know you have a busy schedule, but still you managed, and you gave us so much informative answers, so many informative answers.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.